Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakha, Chodash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to sincere Ak. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, La B'Chayarim, Shal Yasha'Allah, meaning peace be to the elect, the chosen of the nation of Israel. First of all, I want to say, Call Halayim La Yahal Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakha Kodash, giving all praises to the Most High and His only begotten Son, right? In the name of the Rakha Kodash is the Holy Spirit. And of course, double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations to all sincere Akim. Yahweh is the true, almighty, and powerful name, who the world ignorantly calls God, and His only begotten Son's name is Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Ba Hashem, meaning in the name, Rakha, meaning spirit, Kodash is holy, which are uttered in the Paleo Hebrew, which is the language that has been returned. The pure language that has been returned to the Hebrew Israelites, which consists of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Of course, since our seed has been scattered amongst the heathen, you have some of our people that look like the heathen, but through their lineage, by their father, go back to a Hebrew Israelite. That's all due to Ruach Kodash, the Holy Spirit. Our spirit bear witness with our spirit. Their spirit bear witness with our spirit that they are the children of the power. All right? The spirit in this book. All right? I'm the brother of Mafa. Great Millstone, Plaintables, can't locate it here in Great Babylon City, Philadelphia. I'm going to get with another lesson through the Chak Kodash, which this is one that is just a update on the current looming government shutdown that, of course, if these two houses, which is the House of Representatives and the Senate, which that consists of that's the actual legislative branch, the lawmaking branch, they don't come to agreement, okay, which to the president, which he of course is the head of the executive branch, they don't come to agreement by February the 15th, which it is currently Tuesday, February 12th, so you have a few days left. There's going to be another one in which this government shutdown has affected many, leaving many, of course, in debt and, of course, damaged. Their psyche, their spirit, and, of course, the amount of resources they have at their disposal is very minimal, okay? Because this government shutdown has exposed that most people, all right, speaking of these federal workers, they live paycheck to paycheck. Even if they're receiving their funds or their actual wages from, okay, the federal government, they're still living paycheck to paycheck. This is off of BostonGlobe.com, and it reads here, what we know about the spending deal that could avert a government shutdown. So I want to look into this term for avert, okay, really quick, just for some edification. We have here to turn away, okay, to prevent or ward off, okay, so to prevent this government shutdown, all right. It says here that Republicans and Democrats tentatively agreed Monday night to a spending measure that would fund the government through the end of the fiscal year. Okay. So the fiscal year, and I have to, of course, look up, what's the actual end of the fiscal year is. Okay. Right, relating to the government revenue. All right. It says the deal would finance construction of new barriers along the U.S.-Mexico border and prevent the government from shutting down for a second time in 2019. It says the recent shutdown left more than 800,000 government workers without paychecks, forced postponement of the State of the Union, hurt President Trump's poll numbers, and of course his acceptance rating. The president agreed to temporarily reopen the government after 35 days without getting money for the wall. Complete details won't be officially released until sometime Tuesday, but here's what we know so far about the agreement the congressional negotiators have worked out. It says the deal provides nearly $1.4 million in funding for barrier construction along with the U.S.-Mexico border. And I mean, if this is true, these obviously you can not trust in the words of any of these politicians because they are liars. They're hypocrites. You had it where you had Nancy Pelosi, the leader, the House of Representatives Speaker. She said that they wouldn't get a dime. All right, and now you have it where there's this, this whole deal. Okay, so that's a lie. Okay, and they're all in it. All right, together. They work all together. It's just nothing but control chaos on their part. All right, and it tricks all you people. It says, is the funding for the wall not exactly? President Trump has requested $5.7 billion for his campaign promise, and this deal includes less than a quarter of that amount. It says Monday's agreement means 55 miles of new fencing, not a concrete wall, which Trump once touted, instead of a 215 miles of the White House previously demanded. It says here that means advanced screening and technologies at points of entry, including customs officers and more humanitarian aid. Which I'm not sure if this has enough funding to, of course, pay for these new additional officers or not. But it says that it includes that, so we'll see. And more humanitarian aid. The deal lowers the maximum number of people immigrations and customs enforcement is allowed to detain at once. I guess that would be considered something that the so-called Democrats pushed for. The cap of the number of ICE detention beds will drop to 40,520. That would be down from approximately 49,000 in detention at the last count. So they have a cap on the amount of so-called immigrants they can detain, all right, at one time. Which that's just about 9,000 and some change. The dispute over ICE reportedly derailed discussions this weekend. Between parties, both Democrats eventually dropped the proposal to cap the number of detainees ICE could capture in areas away from the border, smoothing the path to the deal. All right, that's all we have to know, okay? That's all we have. Now, I want to, of course, go into a couple scriptures, and then I'm most likely going to another article. This is going to be the book of Ezekiel 12:25, and it reads, "For I am Yahweh, I will speak. The word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall no more prolong, For in your days, O rebellious host, talking to the house of Israel, all right, which is a rebellious host, all right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans being within this government shutdown. I don't see you turning, of course, to the prophets of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, asking the questions, all right, trying to shemai or listen. Most of you, of course, are still calling out to your various idols which you worship, Treasury Borgia, all right, what you call your Jesus Christ, okay, which is Serapis Cryptus, your various other gods, okay, and your witchcrafts in which you, of course, profanely commit. Reading on, it says, will I say the word and will perform it, said the Lord Yahweh. Again, the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, this is Ezekiel, son of man, behold, they of the house of Yasha'al of Israel, which means he, the prince of power, say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come. And most of you Israelites, you say that, all right, this things that, in the Bible, if you do believe them, it's not going to happen in my time. You of course doubt that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, all right, is going to do the things he's going to do. You of course doubt that Yahushai is coming while you live. You say it's 50 years off and such, those type of things, okay? Going on, and it says, and he prophesied of the times that are far off. Yeah, that's what you say. America's not going to get destroyed through ICBM fire, as we, of course, show you and break down in the scriptures, okay? We show you, of course, that these times of pestilence and economic collapse, okay, are right here, all right? And it's just a matter of time before it just completely just come to a abrupt halt and all hell break loose, okay? But you still refuse. All right, you just want to, of course, be within this whole system, and that's why Yahweh Shem Yashai is going to cut off 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans. Of course, those that look like the other nations but are Israelites, okay, because you are hard-headed. All right, it says, therefore say unto them, thus said the Lord power, or Yahweh, it says the Lord Yahweh, there shall none of my words be prolonged anymore, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, said the Lord Yahweh. And we know that the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is not a man that he should lie, okay? And he is what? He's a power of war, okay? A God of war, okay? So if you guys want to make war against the power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to bring, of course, various diverse ways to destroy you, okay? Now, what I want to do is go to this other article, which I have, which is here. This was published on February the 6th, 2019, which reads, some workers still unpaid after the shutdown dread what's next. You have here, nearly 2 weeks after the end of the longest government shutdown in U.S. history, many federal workers still have not received their back pay or have gotten only a fraction of what they are owed, as the government agencies struggle with payroll glitches and other delays. It says even as they scramble to catch up on unpaid bills and to repay unemployment benefits, the prospect of another government shutdown looms next week. It says here, which we're in that week right now. All right. It says President Trump stood in the Rose Garden at the end of the shutdown and said, we will make sure you guys get paid immediately, which is a lie, okay? Proving that these politicians, they're liars, okay? You can't even believe what they, of course, say all the time, all right? This is going to be real quick. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus 35 chapter, all right? And I'm going to start at verse 9. It says, in all thy gifts show a cheerful countenance, your punya, or your face, punya ka, or your face, and dedicate thy tithes with gladness, which we know that these most Israelites don't, of course, do this. If they do this, they they're doing it obviously to these various wicked churches. All right, they're not giving to the real leaders of the nation of Israel, the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. They're giving it to prophets or to false prophets. All right, these false pastors, which pastor and prophet is synonymous. It says, "Give unto the Most High according as He hath enriched thee, and as thou hast gotten, and give with a cheerful eye." And you have it where, most people are greedy. They're covetous because the so-called white man, they don't give a nothing. All right. They don't even have brotherly love and charity. All right. It says and if they do anything good, I mean, it's like pointless. They give it to these sinners, these devils out here on the side of the road, and they thinking they can get salvation for that. It says, "For the Lord recompenseth and will give thee 7 times as much." It says, "Do not think to corrupt with gifts, for such he will not receive. And trust not in unrighteous sacrifices." And these sacrifices which these damn devils are giving you, all right, these various forms are, we're going to open the government. A lot of you has been complaining during the government shutdown, saying you want to work. Open up the government, please, so I can work. All right, these are unrighteous sacrifices, all right. You just want to be an ibad, all right, a slave unto, or ibad, a slave, which means slave or servant, baha in the Hebrew, all right. You just want to be a slave unto this devil, the so-called white man, which the Edomites, they're ruling at this time, okay. The Edomites are the rulers, okay, at this time. So-called white men, they're the biblical Edomites, and they are the wicked of the earth, okay. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The Lord gave these Edomites rule, okay, for a time, a little season, and you see what they do. It says, "For the Lord is judge, and with him is no respect of persons." It says, "He will not accept any person against a poor man, but will hear the prayers of the oppressed," being the nation of Israel. "He will not despise the supplication of the fatherless, nor the widow, when she poureth out her complaint." I'm going to go down to verse 18. Let's start this at 17. Skip down. It says, "The prayer of the humble pierceth the clothes, until it come nigh. He will not be comforted, and will not depart till the Most High shall behold to judge righteously and execute judgment." Which during this shutdown, you had a lot of these Israelites that were affected. They were of course in a state of sorrow. All right, and they, of course, I know they have definitely had put curses and hate you damn demons. Hopefully some of them turned to the Most High and prayed in his name. But this is Ecclesiasticus 4:1. It says, "My son, defraud not the poor of his living, and make not the needy eyes to wait long." And you have still government workers, okay, haven't received their wages, okay. It was even reports even before the 22nd in some cases, all right, December 2018. Reading on, it says, "Make not an hungry soul sorrowful, neither provoke a man in his distress," and his of course his trouble. All right. It says, "Add not more trouble to an heart that is vexed, and defer not to give him that is in need." And what he need, of course, or he or she needs kasapium. All right. They need money. All right. To pay what? The bills, to try to, of course, keep their heat above water in this whole system which you created, you damn devils, all right? What you create is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Hebrew Israelites, to be nothing but servants, all right? To be down low while you, of course, be and live within your heaven, all right? We're in a Shutdown, okay? Or hell. Okay, a lower state. Reading on, and it says here, "Reject not the supplication for of the afflicted, which I believe supplication going into beg, which in our Thapala or in our Palalium, our prayers, we beg, right? Supplication, the action of asking, begging for something earnestly or humbly. It says, reject not the begging, all right, the supplication of the afflicted. It says, neither turn away thy face from a poor man. And a lot of you, of course, did that. All right, you damn devils. All right, you gotta wait till we come to a deal, reach a deal. Things will be okay. You of course turned off the phones. Okay. It says, turn not away thine eye from the needy, and give him none occasion to curse thee. For if he curse thee in the bitterness of his soul, his prayer shall be heard of him that made him. It says, get thyself the love of the congregation, and bow the head to a great man. All right, and that's basically it. All right, this place is going to be judged for all of the wickedness that it does unto the children of Israel. Okay, that's why America is going down. All right, that's why there's government shutdowns. All right, that's why this place is 21 trillion in counting in debt, going into 22 trillion. All right, to the international bankers, which the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, and DuPonts, and all of these elite banking families, they're Edomites. Okay, and you have these government shutdowns because they know, obviously, this place, all right, is about to, of course, come to its end. They know, if you see how they're watching our videos and judging how the prophecies are flowing, that they have but a little time. That's why, of course, they're addressing the Hebrew Israelites on the news, okay? And they're doing, all right, all types of slandering, demonization, all right? They're sending, of course, agents to combat against, certain people, all right, from seeing this truth and waking up to this truth, okay? Because this truth will set you free. You'll know who thine enemy is and not trust them, all right? But you have, of course, our people that are asleep, which, Yahweh Shemeshah chose certain our people to be asleep, the 2/3. And they're going to be destroyed, because the Lord didn't want them, all right, to be delivered, okay? In this time, he only cares about his elect right now, all right? 2/3, they're just going to get destroyed. All right, so going back to this article, it says President Trump stood, let me go down. It says that, reading again, it says, and it's, President Trump stood in the Rose Garden at the end of the shutdown and said, we will make sure that you guys get paid immediately. And here it is. It's almost 2 weeks later, said Michael Water, who works for the U.S. Department of Agriculture, Food Inspection Safety in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, and only got his paycheck Wednesday. It says he said 2 workers told him they still have not received nothing. It says the government has been short on details about how many people are still waiting to be paid. It says Bradley Bishop, a spokesman of the Office of Management and Budget, said Trump administration had taken unprecedented steps to ensure federal workers impacted by the shutdown receive back pay within a week. He said immediately, Trump said, but this is now a week. So you see that all of the lies, okay, they're caught in. Okay, it says much opposite of slow and chaotic, overwhelming majority of employees received their pay by January 31st. He said, though he didn't respond to questions about how many people still haven't been paid. The USDA said in a statement that pay was a top priority. And these are just statements they're told to tell the public, already pre-written out. All right, just sweet words, which multiply friends. It's just shite, though. It's just deception, deceit. But also did not respond to questions about how many workers were still waiting for paychecks. All right, and you can read the rest of the article. You have many people that right here, that are missing out on, money. All right, many people that had to, of course, take out loans. All right, they had to, of course, crunch their whatever money they did have. Okay, and just to pay their bills, they have to, of course, try to negotiate with the various debt collectors. Okay, your rent. Okay, your landlords, and they don't want to hear it. They just want the bread. Okay, the money. And this is what happens when you have a devil ruling. Okay. This is going to be back to Ecclesiasticus 35 and 18. It says, "For the Lord will not be slack, neither will the mighty be patient towards them, till he has smitten and sundered the loins of the unmerciful, and repaid vengeance to the heathen, till he have taken away the multitude of the proud, and broken the scepter." All right, the scepter, represent like ruler. Scepter have a rulership, right, of the unrighteous, which the Edomites have it. It says right at this time, it says, "Till he have rendered to every man according to his deeds, and the works of men according to their devices, evil wicked thoughts, till he have judged the cause of his people, the Israelites, and made them rejoice in his chesed." All right, chesed. It says, "Mercy is seasonable in the time of affliction, as clouds of rain in the time of a drought." All right, that's basically it. What I'm going to speak on at this time. I'm going to go to the Shutdown. All right, so hopefully we're edified. I mean, as you can see, this whole government shutdown. All right, you have it where this was published 7 hours ago. U.S. shutdown looms as border talks stall ahead of the deadline. But then you had recently that, they have some type of deal which they have reached to so-called advert the government shutdown. They got a spending deal. So we'll see what's going to really happen. It ain't going to, of course, stop the prophecies from, of course, occurring. All right. These prophecies are still going to keep on pushing. All right. The Lord's still going to keep destroying this place. Okay. And ultimately, there's going to be a RFID microchip. Okay. Coming soon. All right. A new world order. And if you Israelites take that chip, you're going to be destroyed in the ICBM fire, which is coming. And the fire from the chariots, which is the chariots of Israel, which the so-called white men call is UFOs. All right, which will be the vessels which Yahweh Shai and his angels, the hosts, will be coming in to render judgment to this place. Okay. It says in the book of Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, if I may, of course, get it, and just close off with this scripture. Habakkuk 2. All right. It says here, Habakkuk 2 and 3, it says, "For the vision is yet for a appointed time, but at the end it shall speak," which we're speaking right now, "and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it surely will come. It will not tarry." All right. And these prophecies, okay, we're waiting for them, and they're just coming and they're kicking. It says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him." That's speaking about the so-called white man. "But the just shall live by his faith." Okay. It says, also because he transgressed by vine, he's of proud men, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desires as Shaul, and as Moath, and cannot be satisfied, but he gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth up unto him all people. All right. Verse 6, it says, "Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunt and proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increases that which is not his, how long? And to him which ladeth himself in thick clay," heavy debts. All right. Which I mentioned the amount of debt. Of course, the United States is into the Federal Reserve. It's about going on to going into $22 trillion. And which the economy pay back. And that's why this place is going to be destroyed. There's going to be a World War III. And there's going to be ICBM fire. Yahweh Shai is going to come back, deliver his elect, destroy the 2/3, destroy these other heathen nations. All right. bring a refresh and rulership to this earth. Call Haloim La Yahweh Shem Ashab Hashem Rechakodash, and double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, Ruel, and peace salutations. La Bachayarium, Shaliyah Shalash, the election of Israel, Shalom.